Hello and welcome to Mugcast. Shit, that's the wrong one. Chatter Cave, that's the one. Yeah. I am the best host this show has ever seen. Hayden Roberts or Nicola. This shit show of a podcast is here to walk you viewers scene by scene of all of Tom's awful movie selections and my choices of cinematic masterpieces. We also be giving our opinions on these films. However, I won't be listening to anyone else's unless it conforms to mine. For this special episode, I am joined by the three idiots, Tim, Alan, and Jane.
Hello, I'm assuming I'm Tim.
Yeah, you're Tim, right? Yeah, and then you got Alan. Yeah, say hello, Alan. Alan.
Alan!
Is that me or you, James?
That's Jane.
Oh, I'm Alan. I thought you said James.
You're Jane. James is Jane. Alex, Alan. It's not fucking hard.
Yeah, why do you think I said Tim? Because it begins with T.
That's the joke.
That was my exactly. That's the assumption. Was that was a joke?
So I mean,
flying start joke number one, and we've already ruined.
Idiot.
That's
Seriously.
what I'm here for. I'm here to ruin the joke.
Right. Today we'll be discussing the film everyone here has been waiting for.
Pokemon.
The only.
We already did that.
Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
Boo! You suck.
Leave your compliments to later. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now, this may spoil my rating, but this is the greatest film that's ever existed.
Scooby-Doo 2?
Even better than that. And that is saying.
Oh, she gave up on that being the best film at Kingsman time.
No.
She gave up on that years ago.
Dora was released in 2019 and is based off the Nickelodeon cartoon Dora the Explorer, obviously, which hands down is a series that contains some of the most hard-hitting writing you'll ever see in a kid show. I mean, that one time when like Dora had to save that baby chicken, saddening. I cried, seriously.
I'd rather watch Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, please.
That's just basically porn. Like, you can't like support that. Dora was directed. Yeah, do you know it's porn?
Oh.
Yeah. Now, Dora was directed by James Bobbin. I think that's
I was going to say James's name then.
Who directed the 2011 Muppets film and most awards. Quieting down, bitch. It's my show now.
Sorry.
He also directed Alice Through Looking Glass and multiple Ali G films, including the Ali G show.
No wonder it's like such like not kids, like a mixture of kids like and quite not kids humor.
Now prepare for some really bad pronunciations of Spanish names.
Don't worry, I've done the same. But I did
The
it in
film
Asian.
stars
Assassin's Creed?
Pretty much, yeah. The film stars Isabella Mona, who played Isabella in Transformers Last Night, as well as Lizzie in 2018 comedy Instant Family. Also stars Eva Longoria, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Probably don't. From Desperate Housewives, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, John Wick.
Okay, to elaborate on that comment, I only just picked up on it, and she was not in John Wick. She was actually a producer on John Wick, on I believe all of them. So she's not a star in the movie, but she's a producer. So just to clarify that for people who want that clarified.
Over Her Dead Body and the Arthur Christmas film. It also contains everyone's second favourite Scientology member, Michael Penner, who is he's most notably from Ant-Man and its sequel, Ant-Man the Wasp. There's also other films in him.
I'm sorry. Can I just roll back, please? Did you say he's a Scientology member?
Yes, Tommy, he's a Scientologist.
Oh my god.
Yes, I know. He said that he thinks he'd become a great actor because of Scientology.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yes.
Wow, you learn something new every day.
Also, there's machete in the film. Like
machete.
Nothing else needs to be said after that. Let's be honest.
Nah.
It's got machete in it. Now, the film focuses on the greatest explorer the world has ever seen.
Indiana Jones?
Dora. No. As she has to cope with going from the jungle to the big city, where teenage life is the biggest challenge. Oh, and her parents are kidnapped as well.
It's true. He's been a member of Scientology since 2000.
Oh my god.
See, I do my research. When I actually focus, I do my research.
Yeah, no, that kind of bumps him down the list for me.
No, don't. They'll hunt you down, James. Don't.
I do have to say
no.
though, Dora
I'm
has
sorry,
been-
Tom Cruise.
We apologise to you, the great God that is Tom Cruise. Do not hunt us all down and kill us. We
Please.
believe in Scientology as well.
What are you saying, Alex? Before you
Dora
read
has already been to the city. In Dora in the city with and her friends.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
this
first
the spin-off.
Yeah. First
Dora
episode
and
was
Friends
aired
into
on the
the
18th
city.
of August 2014, and the final one was the 5th of February 2017.
Do you want to live?
No, this also checks out.
The source that is the internet, aka James, is checking the source out right now.
Yes,
and
the
it's
source
legit.
is,
It's legit.
Wikipedia.
Well, this
No,
also
no,
had, what's her name? Isabella yeah.
She's just the voice of Dora.
Are you going to Google it or what?
No, she was. Wait, no, that's somebody else.
the internet lies. Confirmed.
She was Kate in that, apparently.
Well, to be fair, the internet did confirm Trump won, but it didn't.
No, you'd find out that was
Spoiler.
Trump.
He hacked the internet. He hacked the internet.
Not the first time.
Let's not get political, shit.
Hayden,
Not
get
even
into
out for
this.
politics.
Get into it straight away. Let's go. Get to the movie.
Right now, so the film starts with the Fox Council of America warning us about how the depiction of these fox are not realistic, as the swiping is a very harming stereotype.
Voiced by Benicio del Toro, though.
Yes.
Yeah, so
It says everything
Magnificent!
see is true. But then
Yeah.
I get that kind of gives off the vibe that the other guy is going to say that everything you're about to see is false,
Mm.
and you have to work out which one is telling as to which door you go through. And honestly, I just both think they're sus.
Mm. I agree with that. However, also, it is a genius move because they're saying that everything happened, right? So that means even the creepy, weird, like imagination scenes, they really happened. Which makes you think, what is reality? Is it Dora's reality or what we see?
I gotta get out of here!
Makes you think. Now, the film leads on from this little warning intro into a live-action Dora the Explorer intro, and it is brilliant.
It's funny. It's the funniest shit around. It's almost as funny as Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
I was about to say someone did once turn themselves into a pickle.
Yeah, that's why I said
Huh.
it's almost as funny. It's not as funny, obviously. You turn yourself into a pickle, you definitely are the funniest thing there is.
But it is brilliant. In the words of Swiper here, magnificent.
So I love the fact that I managed to do this and get away with it, and it works for the film.
Yeah.
They're adding the actual classic theme song, and you stop eating, please, for 5 seconds.
I do like how the idea is it's supposed to be like her
Fucked up
this is what
mind.
she's, yeah, because of the isolation in the jungle. This is how she sees as a kid. This is what she does. Like every kid has their weird imagination. Tom, you still talk to yourself.
It's not a lie. I can't defend myself there.
You're doing it right now.
The facts check out.
And of course, they don't fade from this cool intro to pretty much just Dora and her cousin Diego driving in a cardboard truck.
Sitting in a cardboard car. Brum 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 brum.
Boom, boom.
I hope that he's a child license to drive that.
Hey, you got a license to drive that? You never take me alive.
References to better YouTube channels.
Oh,
And
hang
of
on.
course-
Greg was a vegan student?
What?
What are you on about, Google?
There was a vegan student in this film.
There probably was. This is like 2019.
When you're so vegan that you have to have your random background character stated as a vegan student rather than just student.
Who's been editing you, Wikipedia?
The fact it was at the bottom of the cast list on IMDb.
There's
Just-
also Bad Dancing Teacher, Soccer Team Kid 1, and Soccer Team Kid 2.
It's
Ah.
more.
Kid,
You-
English
you-
teacher.
Alex, you mispronounced football.
Yeah, Alex, get it right. Football. Do you speak English?
No, I speak Americanish.
Get out of my sight.
And then there's so many high school dancers.
Captain America: Civil War.
Well, back to this movie anyway, Hayden.
Yes, back to this movie. Their little imagination drive is stopped by Dora's mother, who's explaining that Diego is going to be leaving the jungle to the city with her parents, because Diego's parents has got a new job. It's heartbreaking, really. You can see Dora's whole world shattering as she loses her closest cousin.
Yeah, but
who
then
totally
she.
is not involved in many incestuous fanfics made by Stewie Griffin.
Yeah, but don't forget she breaks the fourth wall. Delicioso. Can you say delicioso?
You're jumping ahead of things.
I'm not. You're jumping ahead of things, saying his heart's broken by him leaving.
I was talking. I'm still talking about.
Right line.
Dickhead. I'm still talking about. I even talked about Dan coming out yet. Her mum was mentioning this. Didn't you pay attention?
No, not really.
God's sake.
I didn't have to.
This is what it's like working with me.
I didn't have to this time. It was nice. I can just put my feet up right now. I don't really give a shit. I'm just gonna put my feet up.
Dora's father comes out, played by the classic Michael Penner. I totally didn't forget his name right then. Glance over that, okay? After he comes in being the comical genius that he is. And telling her to not dress up Boots, because Boots actually is in this like real film, not apart from imagination. There really is a blue monkey with boots on.
For one scene.
Yes, but he takes boots
That
off.
he was pulling off and eating the soul out
Yeah,
of.
Yes, eating the soul out of.
A very CGI soul.
but he is kind of cute.
Consume the soul of Boots.
And of course, in the they all go to the kitchen, and they're all eating a little dinner and all that. And this is when Dora goes, delicioso. Can you say delicioso?
Yeah.
Delicioso.
I thought I'd steal James's moments
Yes.
from last week when he kept
Your point.
going way far ahead.
Right, yeah. I will come over to your room and beat you up, you know that.
Try it. Door's locked.
Right, as they were obviously Dora's talking to the camera.
Boris, we're not breaking lockdown. Please don't.
Oh, who's getting political now?
Hey man, we've upset Scientology, we've upset the Americans, and now we're about to break lockdown. Who are we aiming for next?
The gays.
Yeah,
We don't stoop that.
why?
We don't stoop to that homophobia, Alex. Please, just don't.
Yeah,
Hayden, back to this film.
yeah, back to this film. That'd be disgusting, Alex. Right. After Dora talked to the camera, obviously we all. I thought it's like a normal fourth wall joke, but then you realise everyone else can see her doing this, and is thinking we should probably put her in an asylum. Chuck her
It's
out of
funny
it.
how they all start looking around the room like, who the hell is she talking to? And as the mom states, like, it's just a phase. She'll get over this.
Chuck her out of it.
It wasn't just a phase, Mom.
Yeah.
To this day, she's still wearing chokers.
Wait, what?
Hey,
Is
chokers
Oh.
look pretty good looking.
this
I like it.
XXX Dora? James, what did you
Well-
watch?
If Dora and Diego had it their way.
Oh.
Jeez, what have you been watching?
This film?
Obviously, like during the little dinner scene, they're getting told about this lost city, Incan city.
Parapata?
That's correct.
Well done,
Well,
James.
I'm remembering because I forgot to write that down.
Yeah, I didn't write it down either, to be fair.
It's almost like
and-
I was compelled by an Incan spirit to remember that.
Wow.
Hayden's ghostly hand grabbed his hand.
Wait, no, that's
Type,
just...
type.
And after the dinner scene, obviously Dora and Diego in that little outside room, because it's a room that's outside. Jungle physics, it's amazing. Honestly, the mise en scène in this place is amazing. Truly, it's all clustered. It shows how clustered Dora's mind is, and it's
When did you
Brilliant.
read psychological mastermind?
It's how you analyze true art, Alex. True
Okay.
art.
Okay, sure.
Right.
So why did you let this guy take charge?
What guy? I don't see a
Yeah,
guy.
I don't see a guy around here.
I
James.
use guy unisexually.
Oh, okay, fair enough, James. Carry on.
PC culture.
It's an old meme, but it checks out.
Google's protecting itself.
Yeah, I can
Oh.
save
There's all
search.
the ways out.
But back to this film. Okay, that's it this time. Obviously, Dora and Diego are in this bed. They're talking about this lost city, and we all wonder what's like in this place. We could find it. And during this time, they're talking about animals. Well, their favorite animal. Diego's going, "Oh, I love jaguars," and Dora's like, "Monkeys are way better. Fight me, bitch!" And they're all arguing.
Monkeys versus jaguars, which are better?
But Dora realised, because Dora is a genius, she realises he's not actually pissed off that she's dissing jaguars. He's pissed off because he's got to leave. And it's another emotional moment between the cousins. It's heartbreaking.
To elaborate on your question there, James. Depends on the monkey. If you want about like monkeys in general, then probably the jaguar kick its ass. But if you're talking about like apes, like gorillas, then the ape would more than likely kick the jaguar's ass.
What are you talking about? Planet of the Apes? Apes?
Then do you mean like they talk, or do you mean like just as in that type of ape, like chimpanzee?
I was more thinking of a monkey with a gun, but yeah, sure.
I'm pretty certain the monkey with the gun would just blow it away. Back to
away
this
from
movie.
really bad biology there. Yes.
Hey man, if tuna can eat lions, then
Nice little throwback there, James.
thank you.
Oh god.
What were we talking about?
Some shit film.
No, a brilliant film.
Oh, picking up on the fact that Diego doesn't want to leave. Yeah,
Yes.
it's sometimes when you're watching this kind of content, you do actually want the plot. And to be fair, this is one of the more fairer plots.
Mm.
I've just got
Obviously.
Aaron. Where is it? Oh, cousin, I'm stuck.
Yeah, that's what happens next. That's when it kind of breaks your emotion.
That's
You go,
when they
oh
get
yeah,
older.
okay, I remember what I'm here for now.
Oh,
That's when
okay.
they get older, you know.
I just didn't write that randomly.
So obviously, no, Boots wakes, like they all wake up. Now Boots is munching on a cushion because Boots is a
Monkeys,
monkey.
right?
He's a monkey.
Machete monkeys, am I right?
Mm-hmm. And obviously now they had it goes to the morning and they're having their goodbye when Diego is now leaving to go to the city.
Yeah, it's almost as sad as Detective Pikachu dying. Almost.
Yeah, but even more emotional.
Actually, no, it's a lot more sadder in Detective Pikachu. You're right.
Whoa, spoiler
very
alert!
emotional. Tom, we've already done that fucking one.
Yeah, if they haven't know that, then they haven't watched the podcast, which you should go and check out next after this one.
We didn't pay him to plug that.
He just plugged it himself. that butt plug up James's ass.
Yeah, but this is a guy that tried to say we were sponsored by Jaffa Cakes while scoffing Jaffa Cakes.
They're also saying you hate Jaffa Cakes. What
I
a
hate
weird
Jaffa
time that
Cakes.
was.
Now back to this movie.
Yes, back to this movie. As they're saying goodbye in this very emotional moment, obviously Diego gets the candy bar and splits it, Dora, and saying, like, we keep this, we'll be like cousins forever. It's
I
really
know
upsetting.
heart's coming up and it's making me feel sick all over again.
Whoa, you're skipping like 30 minutes into the film.
Yeah,
I
I
know
know.
I was bad.
No, I'm pretty certain he's on about the CGI coming up for the elephants.
Oh, that's amazing. That's beautiful CGI. They're like magnificent, honestly.
Not at all.
Yeah, they say that they're gonna put the candy bar back together when they're reunited.
Yeah. That's not Now, it cuts now to 10 years later as
That's
Dora, who's now a teenager, and now actress-wise legally of age. So it's okay if James does stuff.
Right,
Can't go to jail.
it's not.
character-wise, she's underage, so James, you still got to get. But she's jumping through the forest. She's being chased by some elephants, and she escapes them. She finds some alligators.
Caimans.
Caimans. Sorry, I don't I'm not a nerd like you.
It clearly says in the film, "Hello, Black Cayman."
This is a 10 out
I
of
don't
10
see
film,
colour.
Hayden. You really need to pay attention
Exactly.
to every little detail.
And the fact that she doesn't get her fingers bit off when she's tickling its fucking chin. That was me. I'd bite the hand straight away.
Because it's Dora the Explorer.
This is also the
all
person.
animals care for Dora Explorer.
This is also the Hayden that knows every single word of Scooby Doo too, but first Dora the Explorer now.
Oh no, she said, as I said earlier, she technically gave up on Scooby Doo 2 when we did the Kingsman one. Because I even said in that, I was like, what? And now she's given up on Kingsman to go back to Dora. But man, I'd rather have the Kingsman one at the top than any of these two.
Dora will always be in my heart.
Oh.
But yes, she's going through the jungle. She sees a poisonous frog and is like, wow, this
She's
touching
vlogging all of this.
Oh yeah, she as well. She's talking to the camera as well. So at least she's talking to the camera and not
Herself.
the actual camera.
Yeah, very, very teenagey. Haha, look at me. Woohoo.
Haha, we're on TikTok.
Basically a way
Renegade.
and basically a way of modernising this sort of joke of her turning to a camera. Whereas obviously instead of the camera, it's an actual physical camera in the film. So it's quite clever.
The little scene where can you say neurotoxicity?
No, not at all.
Word.
Nice Pokemon shout out right there.
Nerd.
Totally wasn't intentional.
Oh, it was.
It literally wasn't intentional. But yeah, she goes through the jungle and she sees, with Boots, a cave. What's in this cave? Batman.
Don't
Fucking
believe
Batman.
caves.
On the night.
And all Batman's family. Which is ironic because Batman has no family.
Dead parents!
All these bats just fly out of the cave, almost taking Boots away, but Boots manages to get loose.
Maybe it's machete, what do you expect?
Oh, look at
I mean, just IMDb it. James, IMDb it. Who plays Boots the Monkey?
that. No. No.
Then carry on then.
But in the cave, they see some ancient Incan writing.
Danny Trejo.
We know, James.
Oh, machete kills in space.
Thank you, James.
Breakdown.
Peter Pan, Land of Forever.
And,
wow.
and you thought you were the one going to make me have a breakdown for ruining my podcast. We're making you have the breakdown.
Right, in the cave. As she sees all the Incan writing, and sees that it's there's the little platform, massive space, another platform. Like the classic Indiana Jones style leap of faith kind of thing. And Dora, being the brave explorer that she is, she's a leap of faith.
Yeah, but she's near the Eagle Sense, she's fucked.
It turns out she hasn't really got much faith and kind of falls down the hole. But I blame that on science. It's science's fault for it.
Don't blame Scientology, they'll kill you.
That's why I said science, not Scientology. I'm smart.
Oh no, we said Scientology, no, we're dead.
I know not to antagonize.
Prod her with a stick. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?
I do not want to get squirrel busted, trust me. I saw what happened to Louis Theroux. I don't want that. I don't want a really awkward conversation with one random person and nothing else happening. It would be terrifying.
Oh, back to this movie.
The film, obviously, they, in this little cave, before she jumps, she just noticed there's a golden idol of a monkey. It's on the platform. So when she tried to jump for it and failed, obviously she couldn't get it. Falls down and probably hurt a leg or some shit. Knowing that fall distance.
Nah, she's
just a flesh wound.
She didn't hurt herself at all. Somehow she was fine. The next scene you saw her.
Yeah, because she's Dora the Explorer. She can survive anything. As you see,
and a gun to the head.
Yeah, even that,
A chainsaw to the head.
even that.
Little
Dora the
throwback there.
Explorer, she is as immortal as Paul Rudd.
No one's as immortal as Paul Rudd. There's only one Paul Rudd.
Yes, but Dora
Yeah,
is
but
female Rudd.
if she's supposed to be the child of one of Paul Rudd's greatest friends,
Yeah,
then there is that chance for that immortality trait to be passed on.
it's
My
very true.
God.
It's how it works. You got to realize this, Tom. You got to pay attention.
That,
Yeah.
or she was just injected with so much Scientology.
Oh, that works as well.
Also true as well.
And now James is going to disappear.
I mean, that's not really.
Goodbye.
Anyway, back to this movie again.
She tells Boots to go get her parents. Which he does, and they're later in the kitchen. They're all talking about it's definitely not the idol to do with this like lost city. And obviously, her parents are trying to like hide the fact that yes, they exactly know where it is because the idol is definitely not a map, which it is. But they're saying it's not. And we haven't found it at all. Yeah, we've totally found it.
They've got the red tape out.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
the red tack.
obvious.
It's red tack.
Same difference. Flex tape conceal anything.
Hopefully we'll see.
But yes, they obviously their parents know exactly where it is, but they won't let her join in this expedition.
Because she done fucked up.
Yeah, her actions before proved that she's not ready yet.
She still talks to the camera.
There's nothing wrong with that. Tom's doing it right now.
Yes, I very much am.
See, I know this shit. Yes. Now, while her parents are going off, like find this lost city, Dora is being sent to an American
asylum?
city. Yes.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
While being sent to where she walks out wearing a boa around her neck.
A very CGI bubba, I might add.
Yeah, and she actually says she's using a boa as a boa.
That's pretty funny.
Fucking comedy genius here.
Well, her mum doesn't think it.
Seriously.
Her dad does, but mum, that's a different story. Take the boa off. I'm a desperate housewife.
She's right, she is. But yes, her parents have tried to talk to her about the big city and explaining the dangers of it. And the worst danger of all is raves.
Bring it down!
There's this music.
Yes.
And he gives an example.
Yes, and this.
Probably the best scene in the movie.
And as I put, bro, this is fire.
It is fire, let's be honest.
I don't think,
They give that
I don't think
fire.
anyone else could have
The
pulled that joke
build-up,
off.
the build-up is good.
Dora could have.
And then an
No chance.
excellent beat drop. Oh.
Ricky, 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 Ricky.
Nothing. It goes obviously from here to the classic like Indiana Jones style plane.
Really shit.
Fly
Indiana
over.
Jones plane fly over.
Oh, also,
Two.
during that talk, Dora's told to just be herself.
Which and they probably
That
all-
means be everything but yourself.
Basically.
yes, actually don't be the true amazing explorer that she is. She can't help not be that because she is Dora the Explorer. Now,
Arse Explorer.
obviously, no, Tom, that's changed. Now,
Right, if you look at Alex's cornfold, it's Alex.
Dora comes out off the plane. She's really excited to be in this. Like,
She made it to Hollywood before this film even came out.
yes, amazing.
It's
She
just how good they knew the film was.
it is a great film.
Okay,
I
then.
mean, even
If it's
Dora
a
getting
great
so-
film, how much did it make at the box office? James, Google it.
I actually know this. It made 127 million USD.
That's chump money. How much was it against? Budget wise?
I don't know.
Like 50 mil?
I didn't get that far.
Google.
The
I'm
budget was
working on it.
£1. It was amazing.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, here he comes. He's going to knock out the park.
so the preview from the Wikipedia page says it grossed $60.5 million in the US and Canada, and $60.1 million in other territories for a worldwide total of $120.6 million there, against a budget of $49 million.
Oh, well, that's very close. That was a good guess. That was a 50.
First released in Russia, apparently.
Yeah, it would have made more, but unfortunately, Trump couldn't deal with the power.
A Mexican.
He had to limit what he could.
You had to build the wall around it. No one can see it.
But even
And
he
make
couldn't
the
pay for it.
Peruvians pay for it.
But
Politics.
So in the Artist Airport, Dora's getting really excited. She's going, "Hi, I'm Dora," to every single person. Because she's quite a naive child, let's be honest. Because she's grew up in isolation in this jungle, just by her and her parents and Boots. So what she knows about interacting with people is not a lot, but she makes up for it in knowledge in surviving, exploring. Because as they say, they're not treasure hunters; they're explorers. And explorers are smarter than treasure hunters. You know this later on. You keep watching.
Then why is Indiana Jones only a treasure hunter and explorer?
He is Han Solo. Now,
Thank you
in
for
the
that answer.
airport, Dora slides. You see Diego and his parents, and they're all thinking, "I wonder where Dora is. Do you think we'll recognise her?" But obviously,
I love
Diego
this scene.
knows. I think we'll have a problem with recognising her because she's the one sliding down the escalator. Going, "Hey,
Yeah.
Sliding down the stair railings.
hi, I'm Dora."
Soy and Donna.
So yeah, I love the fact that they kept her personality the exact same as when she was a kid, but then Diego
Yeah.
is completely different now. He's just like, yeah, there she is.
Yes, that is genius because it shows obviously because of
Difference
her
in growing up
isolation.
in the city and the jungle, yeah.
Yeah, because of her isolation, she didn't have anyone to stop her from being herself.
Oh man, I
But
should have grew up in the
he-
jungle.
Tom, even if you grew up, like even being here, Tom, you're not limited to. You will keep being yourself. That really describes you.
Can you say I am crazy?
Shut the fuck up, Tom. Now, Diego obviously comments on how that she's a lot more energetic than he remembers, which obviously to show how much he has grown as a person, where she is still kind of.
Dad, it's been 10 years.
Yeah, it's been 10 years. You know.
Not 5 years, I accidentally said when we watched the film, and then realised instantly, shit, no, 10 years.
No, I'd make it 10, Tom.
Carry on.
Yes.
Proceed.
They drive from the airport back to Diego's home, where they obviously Dora sees her grandmother. Well, I think it's a grandmother.
Wait,
I can't
Is
speak
it
Spanish.
ever explained?
I can't
It is
speak
a grandma.
Spanish.
It is a grandma. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, that's why.
Sorry,
it means in
Alan.
Spanish.
Yeah. Thank you, Alan. They obviously she's very excited to see Dora, and Dora's excited to see her because it's just one member of the family she doesn't get to see a lot. It's quite heartwarming just to see.
Wait, if
It's
Alex is Alan, doesn't that mean he's
Yeah.
got to get back here and have sex with my wife? Little throwback
What?
joke there.
Probably.
Other guys. And that geezer running after him. Throwbacks.
I didn't sneeze.
I didn't even hear you.
Lovely. James.
It's because I actively did not sneeze.
It's a bit
Yeah,
random.
so, I sneezed.
It's worse than sneezing.
The best way to pay attention to a sneeze is to say, I sneezed. It's like Tom going, fucking hell, that stinks.
Don't worry, I haven't let one go yet.
Attention to what
I'm fine at the moment.
he did. I think, right, Diego shows Dora her new room, and Dora,
It's very pink.
he's very pink, yeah. And Dora pulls out the other half of the candle that she has saved
Oh no!
for 10 years.
Can I just mute myself for like this part?
No, you cannot. Diego, obviously, he's kind of disgusted by it because it's a moldy chocolate bar, but he obviously doesn't understand the sentimental value it had to her, because for her, this was their connection, and the fact that obviously he was like, I probably ate it. You could say it upset her, but she was trying to hide it because of who she is.
I'll tell you what, Hayden, this connection between them, this
Yeah.
candy bar, it's about as bad as Virgin Media's internet connection.
But
we are not sponsored by BT. But if you want fast, reliable internet,
then Sky Broadband is the way to go.
Oh, I was doing gift gaff.
plus net.
The one run by you. What about E?
Oh, fuck's sake. Carry on.
But yeah, as Diego leaves, Dora goes, oh well,
Yeah,
might as
Diego
well.
had eaten that chocolate bar about 10 years ago, whereas Dora decides to consume it now.
And make
And-
Alex throw up.
Oh, good.
As she
Oh,
doesn't realise that the 5-second rule doesn't apply to years.
Yeah, because that's what I said, didn't I? I think I said 5-year rule, but I meant 10-year.
Yeah, it still doesn't count because it's been 10 years, not 5, and you can't just extend the rule.
So how does that feel, Alex, seeing Dora eat that mouldy chocolate?
So how does that make you feel?
Yes.
What is this, a fucking therapist session, though? What is
I
this
know
therapist cast?
The mouldiness of it was white, so it looked a bit like white dog poo.
Did a bit, yeah.
Step Brothers all over again.
Right, obviously because now Dora's going to try to get to sleep, but she can't really sleep in this like
Indoor
indoors,
environment.
because she's so used to sleeping out like on the outside room. So she goes out of the window and sleeps in the garden, which so happens to have a police chase going on.
Yeah, GTA car chase going on.
Sorry, my bad.
The helicopter calling out, "Step away from the vehicle."
I thought it was mine.
Just happens to be a drug bust going on at the same time.
Yep.
She's trying to sleep.
Typical America.
Probably found an cocaine stash.
Yeah, always porn folder.
But obviously, no, it's the morning, and Dora and Diego are heading off to school, and Dora, being the person she is, she's singing her backpack song.
Backpack, 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 backpack. The song's
Don't forget
outdated.
your
Please don't do this
backpacks.
anymore now.
I thought you were going to sing that like really bad meme there. Backpack, backpacks, come get your backpacks.
That's what I said.
I didn't hear you because no one really focuses on you, James. But well, I'm supposed to be
Oh,
pleased.
James.
Wait, no, I know
Say-
how to rectify this. Kevin Spacey reference.
Oh God, no!
Yes, he made it! Woo!
Mute him.
Yeah, it's too much hassle.
Right there. So obviously, Dora gets on the bus. She's very excitable, but Diego gives her the talk, and not the sex talk. He explains to her like, if I
can speak louder than words.
if I avoid you, like, don't take it too personal. It's because we're both trying to survive high school.
Well, I just realised the fact that obviously Dora and this, obviously the sort of, she's into everything. She's all happy as Larry. Oh, this is amazing. And obviously Diego's the like, well, it's, it's all right. That's basically us and you watching this movie.
Shut up. Just because I relate to Dora on a very like a spiritual level does not mean that it's affecting my bias of this film.
It kind of is.
How do you relate to a cartoon character that lives out in a jungle and talks to monkeys, maps, and backpacks?
Well, she lives in an urban jungle
Mm-hmm.
and she talks to me.
Yeah, and Tom's basically a backpack.
No, I was a monkey.
Oh,
The backpack's James.
that works too. But I was thinking, usually I'm stuffing stuff in you. The backpack.
Well, you don't always see what happens behind the scenes with Dora and Boots, so you never know. Might be some kinky ass shit going on.
I've seen stuff.
Definitely some kinky ass shit going on, man.
This went from a love triangle to
I love square.
Yeah.
map.
It's the
Love
map.
map.
It's the map. It's the map.
James is a map.
He's fingering the monkey's bumhole with the map.
But obviously in school, Dora walks through the metal detector and sets off stuff because it's Dora the Explorer, and in her backpack she has basically everything she needs to survive.
I've never seen the like a metal detector outside of the schools. They're usually inside in like other movies and TV shows.
It's America.
It's always usually like the entrance when they walk in.
Yeah, it's America. They probably just had a school shooting.
Ah, probably. More than likely.
I mean, I did see one scene in Harry Potter where there was the gates that they were having a search, but
Well,
a different thing.
We don't
you
talk about Harry
he
Potter.
expects getting muggles in. They're going to shit the place up.
Mm. Plus, it was made by Turf, so
Yeah.
Mm.
Moving on to this film, this brilliant film.
It's
I'll
not.
have you know, it is.
I say that. I'm not the only one owns it on Blu-ray. It's not.
Dora, obviously, during her little walkthrough, she sees Sam, the
James character.
no,
Yeah.
that's Randy.
Oh, is that Randy? Well, it kind of is.
Girl, the school's residents, amazing, smarter than everyone else, nerd.
I am not Sam. I definitely just 100%, 2000% relate with Randy.
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't say relate and say you are Randy.
I mean, the better time you tried to drown yourself, and
I am Randy.
yeah,
Randy's.
meet yeah, shut the fuck up, bitch. Meet Sam. Obviously, she's the resident.
Bitch.
I know everything. I'm
Bitch.
better than you, kind of girl.
Bitch.
And she's obviously talking about, you want to buy my cakes, my rainforest, like say the rainforest.
Cakes.
And Dora's obviously being from a rainforest. She's like, oh no, which one? And starts listing a massive list of all the rainforests that she knows about. And obviously, her knowledge is challenging Sam. Because to her, she was the resident.
Bitch.
I am better than you all. Fuck you, you muggles. But Dora is now challenging this. And it's the
about
first bit of
wits.
antagonism. And obviously, that when they go through the school, now she bumps into Randy and notices,
Best
obviously,
character.
he's
But he
teacher
is.
of the galaxy. He says, "You are here." But she notices that it's a little off, sent that the little points the wrong way, like wrong area. So she corrects it for him, and he, obviously being a virgin, is just being touched by a girl, and his mind is blown. So what the
He
fuck
just
is
came in his
going on?
pants.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, let's be honest. This guy's never been like talked to a girl before.
Basically.
You can see why James relates to him, really.
It's exactly as I said in Phasmophobia, where I was legally required to inform you that I have basically never talked to a woman.
But as obviously Dora's walking off with Diego, in the background you see Randy getting bullied.
Yeah, he's slowly straight to the
because
locker.
Diego's like, you don't want to talk to him anymore. Literally,
Right.
as you see in the background being pinned to the locker. Guys.
Again, you can see why James relates to him.
Exactly.
Really,
It's all we ever did to him.
But I think in the class, Dora and the whole class room is being taught about like English literature and stuff, and the teacher asked a question about like Moby Dick, and the only people that put their hands up is Sam, the I'm a smart ass bitch, and Dora. But obviously, Dora outshines Sam with her knowledge, and the fact that she obviously was being taught by two professors, it shows how far ahead she is of everyone here. And the fact that she lived in a jungle kind of gets some bit of laughing from all kids, because kids are weird.
Yep.
Ask James, he dealt with them a lot.
They're just the worst.
Wait, you're not wrong though, because he's a scout.
Yeah, that's what I'm on about. What's you on about?
Yeah, and then that's when
Nothing.
Dora got the nickname Dorka.
Yes. Honestly, like, the writing is brilliant. Like, how they turned the pun of her name and dork and together is... These guys are genius. Truly a genius.
Somebody got a
Hawk.
round of applause at a board meeting for that.
Yes, and that round of applause was from me. Truly.
Alright, Shia LaBeouf, sit
Just
back there
you.
and carry on.
It's that Shia LaBeouf meme again.
But yes, this display of her intelligence, it threatens Sam once again. So when Dora's in the toilet, Sam confronts her, and not in
A lesbian way.
porn way, much as James wanted it. Keep telling him,
Far too
James,
much
they're
sexual tension in
underage.
this
You've got to
movie.
stop this. Seriously, the FBI are coming after you. Can't do another lawsuit. But see, Dora is quite blissfully unaware of the trouble she's in with Sam, because she wants to make her life hell, and Dora's just blissfully unaware, thinking about,
Having sex with
singing
monkeys.
in the jungle and stuff.
It was kind of funny to think how, if I was in that situation, like at the time in secondary school, someone coming up to me and saying like, oh, how dare you challenge my intelligence? I will make your life hell. I would have ran home, got in bed, hid under the quilt, and cried myself to sleep. But now it was just cringe.
To be fair, James, I don't think anyone saying you're threatening my intelligence. Maybe like the dumb kid saying you're threatening my unintelligence, but I doubt they were threatened.
I was speaking hypothetically.
He walks into the lowest grade and just starts talking about bullshit. You're threatening me, boy.
But yeah,
Moving on.
kept moving on to the film. I said after school, they go coming back to the home. Dora she's jogging,
Singing again.
singing the map song, and that's a little callback to the cartoon. It's for the us Dora fans out there. I recognise that song.
I feel like you not saying it straight away any more words after saying the map song was an inset for one of us to start singing it.
Do you want it?
No, not really. Carry on.
I don't know it.
Alex says he wants to do it. Alex, do it. Why isn't Alex singing? Sing, Alex.
Good boy, Alex. Good boy.
No.
No, you do it when Tom.
We'll PayPal you that $5 later.
Yep. Carry on.
Oh, but yeah. Okay, Dora, after school, is tracking her parents. Like, she's getting calls from them, and they're saying, "Oh, we're at this coordinates now," and she's tracking them.
Stalker
And
mode engaged.
also trying to struggle with trying to fit in, where she obviously gets stuck on a bus, and the bus starts driving away, and
Yeah, like that bus driver should really go to jail for that.
yeah, let's be honest. Like, if it wasn't Dora the Explorer, then she wouldn't have been seen again.
Yeah,
Because
that bus
of,
driver, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fortunately, she has a knife in her bag, so she probably stabbed him.
I say, she probably would have duffed him in.
Mhm.
I just think of the Ralph meme. I'm in danger.
Why did you say that?
That's the bus driver.
No, I'm in danger.
Why do you say it so seductively?
That's what you did.
He didn't.
I didn't know.
He said it in his
You
normal
did?
voice. You made it really seductive and horny.
That's what you did.
I didn't. I did a little chuckle and then went, "I'm in danger."
Yeah, he didn't do it as seductive as you did it.
Well, I shook or sound like
I don't know. Did he sound it seductively? You decide. Let's get back to the film because it feels like we've been here for 7 hours and we're still at the beginning of the film.
48 minutes to be exact.
I would like to do this for 7 hours. But yes, Dora is obviously, while struggling, she's also, again, losing track of her parents. She's trying to call them, but they're not answering anymore. I mean, but I've maybe dad's gone to get milk. Happens all the times. Right?
No, not
Yeah,
really.
like my dad went to get milk about 4 years ago, And now he's 6 feet underground.
Ugh.
I got lost.
The dead dad jokes only work for Craig. You need to get a new joke, man. You're just stealing other people's material. Only I can steal other people's material.
Tom starts saying my material.
Exactly. Hayden was going to say the exact same thing and I just stole it before she said it.
Bitch.
Oh,
Right.
Dora the Explorer, greatest film ever.
That is true. Thank you, James.
Uh,
And that's why you don't steal the material,
Yeah.
James.
Dora's got contact with her parents now, and she has no idea where they are. But obviously, to put her mind off it, she goes to the school rave. The one thing she's been told not to do.
Bring it down.
Obviously, Dora doesn't quite know what this rave is, and she dresses up as a star.
Yeah, but everyone else is dressed up though. If you notice, a lot of people others are
But not as like
flamboyant.
as her. Yeah, normally like everyone's just dressing kind of nicely.
There's a couple of costumes, but nothing like drastic as a giant fucking star.
Yeah, like obviously you saw like even
They're
the
in
nerd guy only
football
wore,
shirts.
yeah, even the nerd guy wore like an element
It
t-shirt.
was helium.
Yeah,
I thought it was
the joke
hydrogen.
was-
Yeah, it's hydrogen, wasn't it?
yeah, but hydrogen. Because the joke is, oh, you're a star too.
Oh, yes, I understood that.
And that's the joke.
Nerd.
But yeah, obviously in this rave, Dora starts dancing, and no one else joins
Yep.
her.
To Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, Conga.
But before she starts dancing, though, you do hear some little snippets from Randy, or some of James's character. It turns out that
He can hold his breath for 7 minutes.
yeah, he fakes drowning for attention.
Oh, and if that's going to come into play at all.
At the public pool.
Yeah, I mean, we've all done that, right? Yeah,
No.
yeah. Dora
No.
starts dancing.
She does the peacock, the
yeah.
elephant, the gorilla. You know, all the famous dance moves on TikTok
Everything
nowadays.
outside of the conga.
So obviously, it shows that. Obviously,
She's well versed.
she hasn't had like actual examples of dancing other than from Animal. So it's
Wow.
a hint to show
For her.
isolated. It's amazing.
Yeah, just like her start now in our
Brilliant.
national lockdown.
Yes. Why did they bring that up?
I don't know.
Why? I'm already depressed.
So am I. We're 50 minutes into this and you're only not even at the halfway point.
Oh, but back to Dora. Obviously, Dora gets called a weirdo by Diego, and this obviously upsets her because he says he's a class weirdo.
Well, she actually tries to get him to dance with her,
Yes,
and then obviously all of Diego's friends like, oh yeah, go on, Diego, yeah, dance with your weirdo cousin.
Sister.
no,
Sorry, I got mixed up.
I bet you did.
It's easy for you.
They all look the same.
Oh.
Well, he's a twin.
Good point.
But yeah,
Not identical.
Well.
fortunately for her. But yes,
Carry on.
to carry on. So Dora obviously upset. She hides in a wardrobe, but her nan comes to comfort her and tells her, Dora asks, "Am I a weirdo?" And she goes, "We're all weirdos." You didn't answer my question.
I do like the fact that this film does manage to balance the humour and serious
Yeah.
moments. It does it very well. A lot of films you notice that try and make it all funny and add a few serious moments. They never really sort of balance it well enough. But I feel like this does do the balancing just right.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Now, cut to the school is having they're going to a National History Museum for a trip, and so they've all got to go in teams and find the oldest exhibit they can find, which means everyone's going to go in teams, and it leaves Dora,
The Breakfast
Diego,
Club.
Sam, and Randy.
Yeah, it's not Diego. I'm
Yeah,
fucking
go.
so confused in my old age. Dora's walked around like, can I be part of your team? Can I be part of your team? Can I be part of your team?
Yeah.
Everyone ignores her, and then there's just those four left. And this is all after the teacher gives the explanation of what they need to do, and then and I quote, "If anyone needs me, I'll be in the cafeteria," which is true. That's where teachers were during field trips. And then he says, "Questioning my life choices."
Also
Like James.
true.
Same.
But yeah, they got to find the old relic, and this totally, and not a bad woman, helps Dora. Goes, the Egyptian place, you should go there, but it's not until next week. But I could take you to it because I'm a nice person
Stranger danger.
and not a villain at all.
Can we
And
talk
she
about
leaves
how
the
Dora
door
just
open.
Yeah,
I understand like how Dora went, but like the others, they could have went. Hold up, Dora! Don't go that way. That's probably dangerous, and you're probably gonna get raped.
Plot purpose.
To be fair, only Dora saw her action, like how she reacted. No, the other ones, they'll just see someone with a uniform and a badge and think, "Oh, that's authority. We should follow her." We've been said we can.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of they are still kids, and they are told to
The teenagers.
still kids.
You missed the fact
You
that
have to call them
the
kids,
group dynamic was established after they
Yeah.
find out that they are stuck with each other, where Sam basically just talks down to Randy, and Randy gets a fear boner.
Just like you do every single day
Yeah.
talking to us.
Why we can see why James relates to Randy.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out. You can carry on now. Yeah, it is. It probably will. Yeah, maybe there's ways you can spin it, but I'm pretty certain the door did have a no or unauthorized personnel past this point sign on it.
Hmm.
But maybe these teenagers just wanted to, flip the system.
Yeah, fuck the system. But yeah, because Tom's worrying about time. We'll fast forward through it. So there's two men in the storage room, and the woman that wasn't a bad guy turned out to be bad guys, and they grabbed Dora and put her in a box. But guess who's in that box as well?
Her friends.
Her friends are there.
They hid in
They're hiding in there. They shove Dora in there, and they make them all go to sleep.
they flashbang through the door at the command of Captain Price.
And then they all wake up in the little box, and Dora uses her knife to try and see outside. She spots these armed people with the truck and all the bad guys.
Of course, Dora brought a knife on the field trip.
Because Dora's like, "We're in a plane," and
Yeah.
Sam's like, "We can't be in a plane."
We're in
Then
a
she
plane.
looks out and is like, "We're in a plane."
We're in a plane. A friend of her parents, he sees Dora and runs to her, and helps her escape.
This is after they've landed
Yeah,
and they're put onto the back of a truck.
Obviously, but I'm fast forward. Sammy's freaking out the fact that she's in the jungle, and they follow this family friend. He said apparently lost track of Dora's parents, but was given her her dad's journal. Now, they obviously Dora has a little. Is it a map that Dora had?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember correctly. That's good. Yes, obviously this bad guy, he sees the map. Like, we need that. Swiper, get here. Yeah, Swiper's
Yes, sir.
actually in this film. It's not a part of imagination.
He's real.
He's real.
He's a real fox.
Swiper chases after them, and he swipes her backpack and steals her map.
That fox just stole my map. Aren't you going to do anything about it?
Everyone
Swiper, no,
stands there
Swiper.
and stares because no one has ever seen a talking fox before.
But they all have, so it's fine.
Yeah, Sam was just like,
Mhm.
wait, no one's going to say anything about a fox that's standing on all two legs with a mask on.
Why do you need a mask? Not like everyone's going to recognise a specific type of raw fox. But yes, obviously he gives the map to the bad guy, and the rescue guy, obviously he drives them all away so that the bad guys can't get him.
By driving through a cornfield.
So he obviously explains that I always lost contact with your parents. My name is Alejandro, and
Alejandro.
this bad guy is trying to find this Incan place like the parents, and Sam obviously explained, "Oh, we should probably call the police," which has the best response ever. Is, "Hello, 901. We are at the corner of Rain and Forest." Honestly, brilliant writing there. I mean, you couldn't hear it, but Tom was pissing himself laughing.
It was pretty funny.
Mm.
I'll give it this one.
So while driving through, obviously, they find Dora's parents' car, and so they run up to the car, and Dora notices a little red ring.
Well, actually, talking about funny things that they
Oh,
say
yeah.
in the car, they're talking about like, how like Sam and Randy just want to go home.
Mhm.
Diego chimes in and is like, "Oh, Dora's my cousin. I can't let her go off with some strange man we just met." And Alejandro just turns around and goes, "Thank you, Diego."
Oh, that was genius.
Yeah, we've unfortunately, because of how much time we took at the start of the film, we've missed a lot of very good
Yeah,
quotable moments.
we had to because Tom's complaining.
Look, I don't want this to be the
Tom.
same length as the fucking actual film. You might as well go fucking watch that.
I do. But yes, so they find parents' car, and Dora discovers the ring, which is her family's
Family
like little
symbol, which
So
is
they
a
know-
red circle.
Hey, don't diss the red circle.
It's a red circle.
So see, they follow.
How many red circles do you see in the jungle?
That's correct. How many do you see?
Touche,
Exactly.
but like still.
So they go through the forest, and following these tracks.
You forgot one
And-
thing.
Well, the ancient people they leave a warning. He explains about there's these ancient, these lost guardians of the city, and they're like here to protect people from finding the city. And as they're walking through, they explain there's no need to get scared. There's no need to overreact. And then instantly moves into a web and starts
Walking through a spider web.
overreacting. Then gets hit in the head.
I can relate to that.
I don't react about walking into a spider web.
Same.
Same.
James, you overreact over cat images.
Same.
But they're so cute and fluffy.
Not when they're chasing you down.
What kind of cats are you watching?
Oh, episode 11, bitch.
Ones that spit acid are
Um,
actually spiders.
And forced me to drive over a cliff.
Run at 50 mile an hour.
And if you want to watch that episode, it'll be in the iCard.
With it.
I like Tom knows to do iCards.
Yeah, tracking it down is going to be a ball, eh?
He's not the
It'll be
smartest.
in the link in the description.
Oh, now too. I know where it is. Carry on.
Yeah, they'll see. Dora finds her parents' camp in the day now.
Oh.
Yes, and they all hear sound around them. What is it? Is it a rapist? No.
Ever get that feeling? You're
Ah,
being
it's
watched?
like it could say he's a rapist. It's easy enough
Yeah.
mistake to make. That darn monkey.
And see Boots that
It's Curious
Stand by-
George.
no.
By Curious
Stand by
George.
the, goes. Of course you know.
Yeah, I was about to say that brings up another quotable moment of, does she know this monkey? Of course she knows this monkey.
Obviously, this leads them to travel more through the jungle because they notice one of the loot in the camp was rushed. So they know.
Well, the camp had been sacked.
Well, yeah.
I'll ball suck you in a minute.
Yeah, obviously they're in a rush. They rush, obviously, through the forest again, and Sam needs a poo.
Time singing
Let's
the
not
poo
beat around the
song,
bush
poo
here.
song, poo song.
Yeah, so Dora teaches her this poo song. Well, digging a hole, and Sam has to take a poo.
It's time to dig the poo hole. Dig, dig, dig. Just
And
grab
then-
a shovel. It's a piece of cake.
Everyone
Make
else,
sure the hole is deep and there isn't a snake. I'm telling you this so you'll be wiser. And don't forget, it's a natural fertilizer.
of course.
So he doesn't sing the song from earlier, but he does sing the poop song.
She had a lot about James, really. James, Alex.
Alan.
They both get confused. You both sound the same. But yes, so obviously while Dora comes back, the rest of them get shot by arrows.
Stormtrooper aim arrows. What is
Yeah.
it with these films and goddamn stormtrooper aim?
Because I'm pretty the film would be over if they hit him instantly. I've been shot in the head. The end.
Also, it's probably more of a warning than actual "I'm going to kill you."
They better have been warning shots. Literally every single one of them was missed.
But obviously, it cuts between them getting shot by arrows to Sam singing the poop song, "What Having a Poo," to then more arrows and her screaming, "What the hell's going on?" Lord getting chased, and she's trying to fasten up her trousers.
Yeah, I like how as each of the member of the party runs past her, they each have a quote that they say as they run past. Like I believe Randy's was, "I didn't see anything."
Can we just say that she didn't wipe?
She didn't know, but then again,
Did she actually poo?
priorities.
He's
Yeah,
wiping
like-
your ass after you
Yeah,
finish
okay.
shit.
Yeah, but the question is, did she actually poo?
Probably
Well,
not.
she didn't walk like she didn't, so
Hmm.
she must have had a little piece of shit.
And
coming out.
also, she kind of like she's being chased with arrows. She could die. You can see why she didn't wipe.
Yeah, moving away from pooing. Or I
No,
should poo
That's what you
myself.
think about.
she lost her
Yeah.
shitty attitude because she took a shit.
Right.
Hey.
So they all obviously they're hiding like a tree trunk, and Randy, he got shot. He's bleeding out. He's gonna die, but it's
It's losing
not.
life force.
It's juice.
The
It's
juice
cotton.
got hit.
But an arrow.
Like he'd know, like he'd be in actual pain if he'd been shot, but no, he's screaming out that he's dying when there's
Oh.
juice flowing.
It's like that one episode of Young Dracula when the Count Dracula gets like shot and he's like, "Oh, I'm dying. I loved you all." Hang on a minute, I'm not fucking dead.
Yeah, minus
turned out-
swearing.
It was a little task of blood. It was a flask of blood. That's the word. Flask of blood that was hit by the bolt instead. That's it.
Yeah,
But
this
yes,
leads
that's
into, I think it was Alejandro who said I think we're safe, which obviously leads into them not being safe
Yeah.
because the log gets hit. Well, actually, they
Yeah.
finally find their target.
With
They
arrow.
hit the log with an arrow, which then sends it
Rolling.
rolling down a downcline. Of course, this is all after there had been multiple lines of "there's no need to worry" into reasons for worrying. So yeah, just never say like, "Oh, there's no need to worry," or "Oh yeah, we're totally safe."
Yeah, especially if you watch Pokemon Sinnoh, then whenever Dawn says there's no need to worry, there's always need to worry.
Yep, it's always followed up with something to worry about.
Got these nuts.
Yep, I'm already tired.
But yes, after they come out the trunk, Sam is having a mental breakdown, moaning at Dora for singing. Again.
And stating that she just wants an iced tea, and she knows that makes her sound basic, but she doesn't care that she's a basic bitch.
But yeah, so obviously Dora gets upset.
Basic bitch.
Dora gets upset and walks off. Obviously Diego goes to comfort her, and this is totally not a scene where, in real life, the actors wanted to do stuff with each other.
Pretty certain I read that
Wait,
somewhere.
what?
Yeah, the actors in real life, they kind of crushed each other, and they had to keep them separated.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
mentioned this during the film.
Yeah,
he did mention it. He was like, fun
I mentioned
fact, the two actors for Diego and
I
Dora
heard
had to be
that, but I wasn't
separated
too
during
sure.
recording. Maybe it is true.
But yes, it leads on again to them. Cut a few scenes. They track down Swiper.
Gosh darn fox.
Mm-hmm. And obviously they're watching him. He's obviously doing naughty stuff with the other people because they're bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
They will cut away from that.
Also,
To-
kind of this is where you slow-mo quote the start of all of these podcasts, where it's go through a movie scene by scene.
Yes. Well, Tom's complaining, and he's already pissed off at me.
If you just take, I don't know, like 20 more minutes, he'll be fast asleep and you'll have all the time you need. You just need to stall until then.
He ain't wrong.
But so after they track down Swiper, we'll cut away from that because
Quicksand.
Tom is moaning little bitch to probably one of the most comedy genius scenes ever.
Monkey facts.
Monkeys pick the bums.
Yeah, sure. I was talking about the fart noises, but okay.
Oh,
They find quicksand, but they make all these funny fart noises. Ha ha! When I have chili con carne.
And a chimichanga.
Oh no, we're being drowned by quicksand. Shit.
Yeah, everyone
thought Dora
gangster
would know.
until they realise they're in quicksand.
You would have thought Dora would have known, being raised in the jungle, about quicksand.
Like she did.
Fart jokes.
After this, she goes, "This is quicksand. Everyone lay down, spread out, don't struggle, or survive." And which they do.
Yeah, she says to lay down afterwards, do a backstroke, but you see none of them do a backstroke. Dora kind of just... She's on her front, pulling herself out the sand,
Yeah.
and
You
then
see,
they just kind of each go around pulling each other out, and then Alejandro dies.
it doesn't say to do it. It just says try to take a few steps back. So you've got to move slowly and deliberately.
No. But yes, that's a twist, though, James. You see, you got to focus on that twist there. You're thinking you see them doing a backstroke, but they don't. It subverts your expectations.
I do like subverting expectations comedy.
See, you got to focus on this stuff. But yes, Alejandro, he struggles and starts drowning.
Oh, and Scorpion's meat on his head.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, there's nothing happens on his head. There's two males. They're fighting. Wait, they're not fighting. That's not a male. Oh, they're mating.
Bow, 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 bow. I can feel it.
I can't fight this feeling anymore.
Well, you never know. There could be males.
But yes, Randy finds Alejandro's legs hanging from the quicksand, and all of them they pull him out.
Gender
he starts
reveal
having
party.
Yay.
It's a boy.
And Alejandro starts having a breakdown. He
It's
gets
a
really
awkward
upset,
adult
starts
cry.
crying, and starts saying, "Yeah, I'm a bad guy." No, you're not a bad guy. No, I am a bad guy. You're not a bad guy. Oh,
He is a bad
That's
guy.
when he pulls a gun and says, "Yes, I am a bad guy."
But after this scene, they're walking through the forest again, and they see an old lady. She starts like gesturing to come follow her.
Oh, nice hat.
And they go see, yeah, really nice hat actually. And they sit down in this room she's got, and she starts talking to them.
Yeah, doesn't she like live in a little cave?
Yeah, and she pulls out these little statues of each of them people that are standing in front of her.
Yeah,
And
because
then
someone
smashes
someone mentioned Parapata, didn't they?
Yes, she's saying like what had happened to
She
find
starts
them.
going like Parapata, Parapata, and grunting as loudly as Alex breathes in the presence of a ghost.
Oh.
I just get coming to these like things, you know.
Right, you got one more
You
next
can.
week.
So this is a chance for James to actually start bullying people. We're bad influences, Tom.
Yeah.
Power.
That's good though. That's a good thing.
I feel powerful.
But yeah,
As she's crossing the statues, actually, Randy notes this seems bad.
yes.
Oh, I just felt that moment. I felt the connection with Randy there. Yeah, Randy, that does seem bad. You and me, we're on the same wavelength.
See what I mean? I feel that connection with Dora. You feel that connection with Randy. Tom, he feels that connection with Boots. And Alex, Alex just doesn't want to be here.
You're right, I don't.
So he feels that connection with Sam. But yeah, the old lady, obviously, in no words because she can't speak English, explains that she can probably get her friends off out of this place, and that Dora can head on towards the lost city of the
Yeah, sounds about right.
and that's the proper pronunciation.
The lost city
Yeah,
piece of bread.
Yes. So obviously, the old lady leads her friends to a little boat to get away from this place. But Sam realizes that's a tattoo of the evil guardian people. Oh no! And she obviously runs away while the old lady is screaming, "Get off my property!"
You damn kids, get off my property!
Yeah, as I noted, yes, leave the Americans with the native woman. That seems like a good idea.
Obviously.
Did someone say colonizing?
Get your colon away from me, you dirty bastard.
I mean, that's not really the Americans, but okay.
Animated sequence.
But yes, so back to the film. We'll go towards Dora and Diego and Alejandro. They come across a giant flower garden. Massive pink flowers. They've got to walk through without touching them.
Standing up plants.
Yes, and they actually succeed as well. They go through space, not touching a single one, until Alejandro celebrates and hits it, and then all the spores go everywhere. And don't breathe it in. Oh no! Wait, if it's poisonous, we'll be dead by now. Oh my God, Diego, you're a cartoon. Yeah, it's drugs. They get high.
It's like Far Cry 5 all over again. Literally, you can drive through a drug field and you get really super high in that game.
And this is where I feel James starts relating with Alejandro. When Alejandro gets really high, starts turning the cartoon, strips his clothes off and runs off naked.
I don't need them anymore! Woo!
Are you sure it's James and not Tom?
I mean, that's a good assessment, but we've all, James has street.
What?
Why are we psyche evaluating each other?
Because this is no longer a chat cave, this is a psyche evaluation podcast.
Obviously. It's almost like this entire thing's a test to show how broken I am. No. Stupid.
Why are you talking to three rocks? With
What are you
faces
talking about
on?
rock number 3? Shut up.
Anyway, continue.
Right, obviously,
I'm just going to rock number 4.
so obviously they all got really high again. Dora does this with Diego. They jump off the train, like go to a place, but
Yeah, jump over a ravine, yeah.
they fell and she starts falling. But oh no, she got saved. It's Sam as a cartoon. And then obviously the cartoon Sam starts fading away, and it's Dora wakes up. And
then they kiss.
No, that's a different film. That was a different film.
We really need to stop quoting this other film.
Yeah, you do. But yeah, see, Sam explained obviously we were trying to wake Dora by talking about singing, actually singing, and Dora's just like, you've got a beautiful voice. It's all very lesbian, but no complaints, really.
Uh-oh.
What were you owing at?
That's what.
Oh god.
Woo! That's better.
The actually got carny.
Oh god.
Who's stepping in quicksand?
Oh, Alex already choking on the smell.
But yes, Diego after this, Diego and Dora have a heart to heart, and that fart just pulled me off. I can't concentrate anymore.
I can't really take over that much. All I can say is it the Jungle Puzzle next?
Yes, that's it. They're going to see a jungle puzzle. There's stars on the roof, and everyone's like, "Oh, this is a jungle puzzle. I know how to do this." These,
Well,
these
actually, it was an ancient Incan aqueduct.
Shut the
but
fuck up, James.
you spoiling it because Dora goes, "Oh, these stars are in the wrong place." Oh,
Yeah,
I'll part his lever. Oh wait, I was wrong. It's
I was in the
seven
wrong
heavens here.
place.
The line that Randy says is such a Thomas line where he says, "Listen, I've seen multiple movies about the jungle." That is such a Thomas line.
He's not
That's
wrong.
true. It's true.
I know how to get us out of this. I've seen it in a movie.
Pulls the wrong lever and starts
Yes, the whole place starts flooding.
and then panics and pulls the other lever.
Well, he puts it back first, and then starts pulling the other levers.
They're all like trying to get out. It's like a little plug basically at the bottom of it, and they've all got to try and get all the water out. But no one can hold their breath that long.
To open
Except-
blood,
Randy can. The one
Who
time
here can
Randy's
hold their breath for
useful.
7 minutes and only he puts his hand up? It's like, okay, I'm assuming that because no one else has their hand up.
It's like, I can't quite tell because of the water, but I'm guessing I won't get my hands off.
And Randy saves the day.
Just surprising, really. Yes. They'll get flushed out of this temple area
Aqueduct.
and aqueduct. Nerd. They get flushed out and they come up from the river and it's her parents. There's a little reunion. They're all, oh, come back, we see you. Oh,
Honestly, I was waiting for this to be a hallucination because it literally is just boom, there's your parents. Like, what are the chances of just running into your parents in the
Oh.
jungle?
because Alejandro saved us. Your friend. Who's Alejandro? He actually was a bad guy.
Plot
He
twist.
only fucking told us.
And he
Only
gets
they
on the
told-
radio and is like, Bravo 6.
Going dark. But yes, he turns out he's the actual leader for these bad guys.
And not Django Fett.
Totally not. But yes, obviously, they grab her parents and her, and everyone's all tied up, and they have no way to get out of the situation, except Boots. Boots is there, and the most fucking adorable fucking scene ever as he's going around untying people thing, but also trying to pretend not to be untying people. Like, oh, you're a
Yes.
monkey. Oh,
As one of the mercenaries keeps turning around every time
yeah.
Boots frees someone from their ties. So the person that's just been untied pretends to have their hands still tied behind their back, whereas Boots does something very monkey-like, like eating a banana and pointing at it.
And doing
But
Buddha.
of course, this gets fucked up by Randy.
Oh, James.
Okay.
Because he finally notices the rope drop to the floor.
Yes, Randy drops the rope. He's like, "You little kids!" And Dora does pull the most best callback I've seen, when she gets her yo-yo
Yo-yoed.
and
The most
Knocked him out.
dangerous weapon in her possession.
yes, because when
Dora knows
Sure.
the yo-yo foo.
I just love the bit in a minute when she obviously after they run away.
Yeah.
Obviously the bad guys come up and he goes, "What happened? Oh, he got yo-yoed again."
again,
How many times did the guy get yo-yoed?
It's funny that they know that these experienced mercenaries know how dangerous the yo-yo is.
and after obviously this little beat down Dora gave, she gets a little heart to heart, but not by Diego this time. It's by Boots. Boots can fucking talk. And he's machete.
Machete!
He's machete.
Oh,
It's
soft talking
amazing.
monkey with a fucking very machete voice.
Uh,
I'll go with
Nah,
machete voice all along.
Hang on.
Fuck the cartoon version. I want this version all along.
yes, James.
So, where did I see? Oh, he was in Family Guy, nice. Where did I hang on. No, I'm looking. Hang on.
By the time we finish this, we'll watch the actual fucking film.
Oh, come on, Google.
Am I going crazy?
Yeah,
You probably are.
I don't continue if he comes out of nowhere.
Yes. Right. So obviously we'll cut to Dora and Boots and all that. They're trying to obviously go past these bad guys again because they see swipe a singing and stuff like that. So they distract him with a frog.
And that frog turned him harder than Tom's cock after Viagra.
He made them like knock him out, basically.
Yikes.
Would you call back to the little time when they found this very same frog, which was a golden poison frog, which is quite ironic because this whole thing is about the loss of gold. There's a lot of gold references in this film. You
Yep.
notice. Genius, really.
I love gold.
So they knock them out, these two people. So there's no more bad guys now. So Dora and her friends can go into this new temple.
Another jungle puzzle.
Another puzzle, yeah, where they've got to use these 3 bowls and a mirror, because they didn't have 4 bowls, to align the sun in a particular angle. The golden ratio of 51 degrees.
59.
Where's 51?
It's 59.
I'll go with Alex.
But Alex is dumb.
I'm pretty certain Alex got it right. He tends to get the facts right most of
But
the
he
time.
would-
I'm backing.
Do I?
I'm backing my former channel partner.
I'm
backing you
pretty
on this
sure it
one.
was 59 degrees.
Well, we both got your opinions. Carry on.
but, okay, the golden ratio happened, and
Spiders happen.
they open the door to they'll see this hallway. But as they walk through, the door starts closing again.
Well, the spiders come
Dora.
out. They shit themselves, smash
Yes.
the place, and then run.
The Dora obviously gets trapped in between the wall, and it's like, oh no, we're going to die. But Boots saves the day with his little jackhammer. Tail. Opens the thing, and they all go through it, and everyone's safe until the little floor plate gets pressed, and then the entire room goes to an angle, and they're like flying down. But oh wait, don't worry, it's an illusion.
It was
They
51
They all
degrees.
jumped.
It was 51. I just looked at it.
Fuck you!
I was waiting
I
for
was
a time
right.
for Hayden to pause so I could say
Also,
it.
my point earlier was I was going to say that didn't Danny Trejo play as Pablo Escobar? I thought I saw that on IMDb, but I was going crazy because that voice just made me think of Boots as a
Mexican Colombian drug
Mexican
cartel.
drug dealer, yeah, like drug cartel leader, yeah.
Sounds kind of racist. I'm not gonna lie.
Just a bit, yeah. So let's go back to what you were talking about.
Yes. So they all jump at the exact same time, and then manage to avoid the spikes, and
Yeah.
they're into the treasure room
No, Alejandro turns up somehow.
because it's Alejandro. But they obviously Dora learns using ancient writing that she has to have a offering of what the Incans saw as what they revered. And Alejandro's like, obviously it's gold. So he gives them the gold, and Dora and her friends back up. He's all like, aha, I'm smarter than you all, I'm better. But Dora's like, ha, I knew you'd follow us. And I knew that this last puzzle would be so dangerous, and that the offering would be like a massive trap. And I knew you'd pick gold. So that's why we're here, and you're there. And the floor opens up, and he falls to a pit of lava. But he's not dead.
Of course.
He's just very badly burnt. Obviously, then they hear again is a family. She hears her parents because all those lost guardians they appear, and obviously Alandra's like, I made them up, but they're real. And the old lady turns out to be this magic woman.
Yeah, disguise self, when it's used properly, can be a really powerful spell.
And not as a random naked granny.
Yeah, moisturizer.
Was this The Shining?
Yay!
Hey, almost did the Shining reference.
But yes, the magic woman, she tells us in her native language, Dora, that if you are truly here for as an explorer, then solve the puzzle.
Puddle. You are
Soft
puddled.
puddle.
Which, ironically, is what Dora does. She uses water because the Incans actually revered water, not gold.
I thought
And
they
the
were
puzzles,
sun worshippers.
well, according to this film, which I believe over you, they revered water apparently. So yes, I trust Dora.
Basically, James, shut the fuck up and carry on, Hayden.
Yeah.
Long story short.
So Dora, obviously, she solves the puzzle, and everything is like amazing. And then Swiper swipes the monkey.
You mean the Jungle Book's Golden Monkey? Jungle Book,
Yeah,
Jungle Run.
Jungle Run. Yeah,
I've
still the golden
I've written my
monkey.
own joke.
And obviously the whole place starts crumbling down. Everything starts being destroyed. And like, oh shit, we've got to get out of here. And they chase off, and they come across Swiper again, and they manage to get the thing back off Swiper. Fuck you, Swiper. Swiper? No fucking swiping.
Isn't
Oh,
it
man.
isn't it the Boots Swiper fight scene?
Yeah, Boots was bad
Yeah.
Swiper.
Boots beats them the fuck up.
Where Boots kind of like hits him in the head or something, and then forces Swiper to drop the statue on
Yes.
his toe.
So obviously Swiper, they get the thing back, and Dora realizes if I put it back, everything will be fixed. So she runs back in, despite the parents' argument, like, no, don't do it. But she does, and she saves the day once again because she's Dora the fucking Explorer. Now the entire place starts fixing back up again. And everything is safe and sound.
And then they start dancing at a party.
Yeah, it cuts then back to school. Oh, the good before it goes back to a
No.
house.
Yeah,
Now-
first it cuts back to the house.
Yes, also Sam and Diego kissed, but that's not important. Go back to the house, and the parents like, "Oh, we've got this another place where another place to explore. This could be me and your mom and you." And she's like, "Nah, I'd love to, but I want to stay here in the big city with my friends."
Yeah,
Mm.
whilst all the rest of the group, their parents are there as well. So Randy and
Yeah.
Sam's and Diego's parents are there. They're all having like a big meal. Randy and Sam are standing up, like yelling at each other or something,
Yeah,
or laughing. Oh, no, yes, we are great friends. Look at the way that we smooch each other.
it's truly heartwarming, really. And
Yeah,
then,
so Dora runs off and says, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go back to the big city with my friends."
Oh.
And
The worst fake crying I've ever seen in my life.
The best fake crying I've ever seen in my life.
I want to do a little throwback here to as a sort of little merger with my Phasmophobia joke, like a change to it. Which one of you cunts is currently typing with a mouse?
Not me,
I know it's not you because you use a fucking piece of paper.
because I'm smart.
So whichever one it is, stop fucking typing.
It's probably Alex. Right. But yeah, so the film ends now with a massive like sing of "Hooray, we did it!" and it's amazing. Literally, I have that song on my Spotify playlist.
Because you're a
Yeah,
fucking
don't
nerd.
Stop playing it.
It's beautiful. It's truly it speaks to my heart. That song does.
I'd rather listen to Rick Astley.
But yes, and that's the end of the film, and it was an experience that I thoroughly enjoyed. So, should we go to the overalls now?
It feels weird coming from your mouth.
Yes, well, we're going to. I'll start because I am the
You are the host. You got to
here.
start.
Now, overall, I think this is by far the greatest movie I've ever seen. Nothing in life will ever top this. It's got comedy, it's got drama, it's got a blue monkey voiced by Machete, and slight incestuous undertones. Truly, it is a work of art that cannot be competed with.
I can name
The
20
song-
films better than
Shut the
this.
fuck up.
all right,
songs
who invited Jeff Goldblum in here?
The songs are lyrical geniuses. They are, and truly conveys the emotions that I feel when watching it. That poop song always brings a tear to my eye.
Oh, I'm on a virgin muting already.
I could literally go on for hours about how great
Please
this
no.
film is.
Yeah,
but
just sum it up.
these guys would probably have off themselves when I finish. So
I probably would have muted you by the time you got
I've
halfway
been
through.
rushing you
This
since
reason-
about the 20th minute of this video. Come on.
for this reason, I do not believe a simple 10 out of 10 could give it justice. So therefore, I will give it a Chatter Cave first of 100 out of 10.
It doesn't
And for,
exist.
and for legal reasons, if Tom can test to this rating, then I will officially leave Chatter Cave.
It doesn't
This is
exist.
now-
There is
this
no
now a
100.
This is now a written contract.
No, it's not. I haven't signed anything.
Legal.
I haven't
It's a verbal
signed.
contract.
It's
It's
not-
legal.
Yeah, I'm muting all this
Surely
out.
said Tom.
I'm muting this out. It's cutting straight to my overall now.
No, you're not.
Yeah, yeah.
No, you're not.
It doesn't exist. So
If you
10
don't
out,
do that, I won't give you one of
fighting.
them.
10 out of 10. Okay, so overall for me, it's a decent movie. Surprisingly, I didn't think it would be, especially since it's based on Dora. But yeah, it's decent. I think it helps that it's pretty much aimed at everyone rather than just a single age group. So I think it's got decent cinematography. I won't lie. Acting's good. Humor's very good. Soundtrack's decent. Obviously, they're in the original song. You gotta give them props for managing to get that in there, especially all the songs. CGI for Boots and Swipe are really good. The rest can be a bit iffy at times. The action, obviously, in the movies keeps you watching and whatnot. It's very tense at times, which is good. The villain, I would have preferred it, obviously, not being him, because I thought he worked better as the comic relief good guy than as the bad guy. But I'll let that slide. But I think, just for the fact that I didn't grow up with Dora, obviously, which is why I'm not going to give it the same rating as I gave the Scooby-Doo live action, because I grew up with the cartoons and those movies, so those will always be superior for me. So I'm going to go with a 7 at the moment.
Okay. 10 out of 10. Okay.
Okay, an actual conclusion. A clap for you, Thomas.
Thank you.
For myself, yeah, it's funny. The comedy is. I find that with some comedies, it can get to a point where I'm just fed up of it, or it can get too cringe, which I haven't found with this movie. It has many pretty decent callbacks to the cartoon, as you said, with getting the original theme, with Map and Backpack actually talking at times, and all those aren't overdone as well. The fact that Boots and Swiper can actually talk is never explained. It would have been nice to know. Yeah, as with all these things, like when you have a flying fairy companion that nobody questions, it's kind of like, why does nobody question that? Why aren't these mercenaries questioning the fact that they have a masked fox that can talk and run and carry things? Why don't they question that? Would have been nice to know. As the joke was said yesterday, the soundtrack needed to just be Michael Penner to make it perfect. And overall, yeah, it was an actual alright live-action remake, unlike what Disney is doing right now.
James, we discussed this. Beauty and the Beast was decent.
Beauty and the Beast was fine. Beauty and the Beast was quite good. After that, no. So yeah, I will agree with Thomas and give it the overall basic James score of 10.0, rounded down to a 7.
That's nice. That's a good joke.
So 10 out of 10. Okay.
So I'm guessing it's my turn now.
Yeah.
I don't know who else it would be.
Alan.
Be Craig.
Come on, Alan. Start going.
Yeah, sure. I thought it was an alright movie. It wasn't not my favorite movie. I do like I did find it quite throwbacky, especially when they had the animated scene with like all the animals, like the blue cow, and the mountain that had eyes. You know, the map, the backpack throwing up all the stuff.
Oh, it's one of
James's house is burning down.
It's fine, don't worry about it.
It's Hayden's just got to it.
This is fine.
Wait, I'm scared to eat my food now. I think she's poisoned it.
So yeah, I think it's a good movie. You know, in general, not one I could watch over and over and over and over again. But yeah, it's a decent one, and I am going to be a bit nicer than them two and give it an 8 out of 10.
10
My
out of 10.
normal typical.
Okay. 10 out of 10. Okay. So that gives an overall of 32 over 10.
Post edit time, take it away. Okay, so I'm not ready for this at all, but I gotta fix the mistake that she left me in her alternate universe, as James would explain very shortly after this. So this is editing time. So first off, Hayden didn't actually give it 100 in the actual fucking Chatter Cave. It's only just a 10, literally. So she gave it a 10 out of 10. Then there is me, and I didn't give it a 10 that she claimed I did. I straight up just give it a 7. So that's me sorted. James, he sort of jumped on the bandwagon with me, agreed with everything I was pretty much going with, and dropped his rating from his original intention to a 7, not a 10 as she keeps claiming. And Alex was going to give it a 7, but then didn't want to be as harsh as us, apparently. So he actually went with an 8 rather than a 10 as she also claims. So the 10, 7, 7, 8 gives it, check a overall rating of about 8.3 I'm going with. This might change at some point, don't know. So yeah, 8.3, not whatever fucking overall she gives it, because it's her universe, but this is my show, and I'm probably never going to let her do this ever again. Unless she promises to behave, so... Yep, goodbye from post-editing Tom. And Hayden, why'd you make me do this shit?
3.2.
So yeah, that makes it our number 1 film. That is amazing, honestly.
Yeah, this bit's not part of it, so you can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
Well, no, here's how you keep Hayden happy whilst still sticking with it. You still do like the original Chatter Cave, do the actual overall, but you also have, because Hayden hosted this one, this is Hayden's canonical universe, which is separate from your canonical universe, Thomas.
Yeah.
That also works.
My canon is a chat cave overall of 32.
Whereas the actual canonical is 8.5. Okay.
No.
Okay. I sort of went up a little bit. Just for the fact that Alex went with the 8. It was going to be obviously between 7 and 10 is 8.5 anyway.
I was actually I originally had it at a 7 out of 10, then I changed it to an 8 because I think I'd listened to a bit too much to Hayden. But after hearing Thomas's conclusion, it went back down to a 7.
Yeah, I think it's around 8.5. I'll sort it in post.
You all said 10.
I'll sort it in post. And this is Hayden's one. Get to the question of the day, bitch.
Well, actually, what was Alan going to say?
Alan's dead.
I said I was going to give it an 8, like, at the beginning. Then I was going to do it as a 7, like, to just go with the running joke that you guys did a 7. But then I felt bad for Hayden, so I went with 8.
Right. So you all said 10. Okay. So my question of the day is, would you rather have your balls crushed by a blue monkey or have your penis swiped by a masked fox?
Balls.
No.
I'm not even going to explain my reasoning behind it. There's balls crushed.
Mm-hmm.
I've got balls crushed, but I'd rather have none.
Mm-hmm. No, you can't have none. You have to have one or the other.
I haven't done the non-Christian thing. So I would wait until after marriage, and then I'll try both to see which I enjoy more.
I see. Good choice there, James.
Thank you.
I respect that choice.
Thank you.
Yes, and I think I have to agree there, James. But yes, thank you all for listening to Chatter Cave. And if I'm not in the next episode, then blame Tom for not conforming to my opinions.
What is the next episode?
Joker.
We got Alex on next week because we're doing Joker.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I can cope with this again.
A much better movie. Oh yeah, James, get back in cryo.
Why am I going back into cryo? It's November.
It's cheaper.
Oh, fine.
It's cheaper than just having you around.
As long as I'm out for Christmas.
Yeah, don't worry, you'll be out for Christmas.
Don't worry, we'll forget about Christmas.
Okay, cops, get in there now. Arrest him.
It's cancelled.
And I'll go back to watching Dora.
Dora. Dora.
Where's your crappy end joke? No, that's copyright. This bit's cut.
There's the end joke. We just got copyright claim.
this bit's fucked.
Okay.
That's my joke.
Goodbye, everybody.
That's my joke. The whole thing gets banned.
Can you say goodbye, everyone?
Can you say you got copyright strikes? Hayden can. Dumb bitch.